Just pull half of it out, nice.
French mustard, Dutch cheese, cured meat, sun-dried tomatoes, avocado. You sure?
Yeah, man.
That's
That sounds
sure, man.
great, man. That's a gourmet delicatessen sandwich.
That's not a sandwich,
man. Now, the reason why we like a 5-inch knife or 6 inches is because if you have to baton thicker wood, you've got heaps of blade length to go through it. So you're going to start off hitting it in the middle, and then, you know, depending which knife being that way, hit it in the front or hit it in the back. Yep. Yep. Yeah, probably a bit more. Well, ideally a handful.
Yeah. That?
Yep.
Put that on or just leave it? That's fine.
Well, you can make it bigger if you want. There you go. So it's fire with one stick. This is the Boca Vox D2 steel. I believe the Lone Wolverine has done a video on this, so I thought I'd give it a go. I've had it for a while actually. I've had it since I got back from Hawaii, or bought it in Hawaii, and haven't really tested it, but pretty good, pretty sharp. Good old bush soap. The leaves here. Grab a few of these because my hands are filthy. Love it, man. Mother Nature provides. Hey YouTube, alright, so we're just, this is the second day of the survival course, the 10 priority survival course, so we're just going for a hike. Been at it for 40 hours and we're just practicing our navigation skills. I've got the Pentagon prismatic compass, and to check the accuracy I've got my GoPro compass. And along the way we're also foraging and looking for wild edibles. We found mat rush, we found G-bung so far, but it's not producing any seeds yet. Not that if it's a wild edible, but you know, we've just come across a whole clump of bush soap, which actually can be used. I think different variations of it can be used to catch fish by obviously cutting the oxygen in the water and the fish float up. The Aboriginals used to do that quite a bit to catch fish. Just takes a lot less effort to do. So there are a few things we've come across so far. I'm heading down this way because I know it goes down a bit and it's a little bit more moist because everything is very, very dry. And I'm hoping there should be some mushrooms there, so we'll try find that and see if we can pick a couple of wild mushrooms and get back to camp and cook them up. So
slowly release.
Shut your eyes.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, cool. All right.
Okay, watch your eyes.
Yep. Oh, that's hair. So ideally, if your trail's there, you set this up. Maybe you want to do a little stick here just to hold it there, you know what I mean, just to keep it secure it. But basically you put that over the trail and your animal will come through either direction.
yeah, get a stick. Get a stick.
Because you've got the use your pin. Okay, because you've got the notches on the inside of towards the trail, it doesn't matter which direction they come from.
Okay.
Okay, so that direction or this direction, they go in,
Yep.
you get caught, and
Wow.
off they go. And they're hanging in the tree. Foxes will find it very difficult to get your 3 fingers off the ground for small game.
Yep.
Weighted snare trap.
Okay, like the snare trap, doesn't matter which direction the game's coming from. Okay, I'll go this direction now.
Yep.
Goes in, goes through.
Same thing.
Same thing. Noose, caught, goes up into the tree.
Use that instead of putting a pinch in it?
Yes, you can, man. That's fucking
Maybe
brilliant.
a notch in there, maybe?
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I'll use that one as that, and I'll use this one to do that.
Awesome.
Okay.
So explain to the fellas what you're doing, Dean.
Making a figure 4 snare, is that right?
Deadfall.
Deadfall, figure 4 deadfall. Okay, so I haven't got any snare wire or anything. The idea is to drop a massive weight on top of the small game or whatever and squash it to death.
Cool. Then eat it.
Yeah.
Remember this notch up here, you've got to leave a little bit of room up top.
Yep. Yep.
That's what's going to take the weight.
I'm going to spin this around a bit because it's a bit askew. Like that.
Mine works too.
Right, so Dean's nearly completing the figure 4 deadfall.
Hold it up right as if you're setting it up. Yep. Set it up and then apply weight on the top.
So I need the notch right there, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now we've used a natural kind of notch there through the stick, didn't have to muck around with that. I've flattened the other side, so it should be alright. Maybe not. Yep, done. Alright, so Dean's first go at the figure 4. By the way, Dean's a builder, so he's got an advantage. And let's set it off.
Plop, plop, plop.
Gone. Now, we're limited to the material we're using because we don't have any big flat rocks or big flat logs. So this is just, you know, practice and example, but you can clearly see that work there. So, good job.
On you, Dean.
Thanks, Manuel. Thanks, Michael.
Last lesson of the day, of the weekend, is snake bite. So what you want is, you want 2 compression bandages, you know, pretty wide, and you want some sort of textile where you can use the charcoal from the fire. I'll tell you why in a minute. So poor Emmanuel has been bushwhacking, he's been going up and down mountains. He stuck his hand on a rock face or something, and he's got whacked by a brownie. Alright, so luckily he's with a person. First thing you do is get him to sit down against a tree. In this case we use a chair, and say he's been whacked right there. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to put a compression bandage straight away. Now there's different techniques to this. Say he's been whacked there, I'm going to start just above it or up here. Okay, alright, people say to start higher, but you know, look, same concept. So I'm going to start it there. I'm going to put a bit of pressure, not too much where I'm going to stop and stop his blood totally and make his fingers start going blue. But you're going to put some pressure, okay? And you're going to wrap it down. Is that too tight?
No, it's fine.
Is it tight though?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Now, you don't want to move at all. You don't want to move. So I'm going to go around that, his hand, keep wrapping, and leave part of his finger exposed. Then come back up. Okay, again over the bite mark. Keep wrapping. And while you're doing this, the person's going to be freaking out. So just calm them down and tell them, look, it's okay, mate. I've just treated you for the snake bite. We're all good, you know. We've got mobile phone reception. If you're with a third person or before, or even actually, the good thing to do is get the person that's bit to call the ambulance or AAA. That way they're keeping their mind off things. AAA will ask, okay, what are you doing? What's happening? And they go, look, my mate's wrapping me up with a snake bite. Okay, good. No worries. We're sending help. You know what I mean? That way they're calming down. You know what I mean? Okay, now I'm going to start it again. This time here. Okay. And I'm going to start wrapping up his arm. There's your fingers, not going blue. I'm going to wrap it up all the way up as much as I can. Okay, come back down again. Use the whole bandage. Okay, now important, never get the person to lie down because you want the bite mark below your heart. You don't want the blood rushing to your head or your heart. Sorry, your heart, not your head. Okay, now you're going to grab his arm, you're going to put it on the side. Now, I could use paracord right now, and what you're going to do is you're going to tie his arm to his body so he can't move this arm at all. And just leave him sat down and wait for help. Now, if there's no help, I don't know, man, you're going to have to try carry him out. Okay? Depending where you are, it's, you know, just a will to survive. But, you know, the best thing to do is if you know you're going to a wilderness situation where there's no mobile phone reception, you've got to bring an EPIRB. Because in cases like this, you press the EPIRB, you've got help coming. You'll have plenty of time for help to come to get you, depending where you are, to rescue him, get him in a chopper or whatever. And obviously in the chopper, they will do whatever they need to do to, you know, to keep him safe and secure. And just by using a snakebite wrap, you've increased his chance of living 50 times.
Really?
Okay, because this will slow down the circulation of the venom going to his heart. Okay, now in the meantime he might start sweating, he might start vomiting, he might feel nauseous, he may have pains, he may be freaking out. All you got to say is, mate, I've just wrapped you up, help's coming, just relax, you know what I mean, and talk to him. You know, he may want to feel like sleeping, not keep him awake. all that kind of stuff. So again, you know, if you're going to go bush, always take some sort of communication with you. You know, wear Belanglo, look at the, you know, investigate, look at the signs. UHF channel 30 is the CB channel you can get contact with. Okay, make sure you've got a 5 watt CB, so at least you've got 20 Ks of range. We've got mobile phone reception, we've got mobile phone chargers, so we've got, you know, phone reception here. Even in some cases, when there's no reception, it says emergency calls only, you dial 000. You can even dial 911, alright? Because 911 will divert it back to Australia, okay? And there's another number called, I think, 112, which is another emergency number. And again, if you mobile phones are dead and you know mobile phone reception, you've got to carry some sort of EPIRB. It's just, in our country, it's a must. So yesterday we set this transpiration bag up, and we set it up probably late afternoon where the sun was powerful, but obviously went down a few hours later, and you got about, I don't know, 200 mils of water there. So if you put 5 of these bags around, you'd have a good litre. And if we left it here today, because it's the hottest part of the day now, or it's getting there, I reckon we'd see a little bit more there. So anyway, that's a good old transpiration technique, and clearly works, and only works with a clear plastic bag. Cheers.